This is going to be taking a look at a bunch of arena offense teams, focusing mainly on fighting these Perfumer Byblis defenses, because her S2, the Cleanse, Heal, plus Barrier, makes a lot of these defenses a lot tankier than they were before. The damage reflect I don't even think is the main thing, it's just her S2 extra skill that makes her such a common unit on defense, and since this is a pretty generic ability, she slots into a lot of defenses and you'll be seeing her a bunch. So let's start off with whatever we have. The first team, which is Rinak, Scales, Notos, Byblis, very, very common. You can just use Beedom, Summer Hwayoung Cleave. Beedom counters Rinak, and then you push up to Summer Hwayoung, Hecate negates the Immortal, and then you just have a damage dealer. So Beedom, you just want her decently fast, doesn't really need to be this fast. I have her this fast for something else, but Bird's Eye View is nice if you have it, so you can Soul Burn your Hwayoung S3. Summer Hwayoung, base speed, Destro, Torrent, and I have her on Summer Photogenic. You can probably, honestly, not run this as long as you have a good damage dealer in your back slot, because as long as you kill the front unit, it's okay. If you kill the front unit through like the damage share and Hecate will negate the Immortal, then your back damage dealer can kill everything else and it's okay. And then Hecate, whatever you have on her normally works fine. It doesn't really matter too much. And then we have Straze, who is just on pretty normal Straze stuff, and there's a lot of units that work in this slot. I just like using Straze, so... For this one, Scales in the front. Sometimes you'll see Notos in the front too. If you're on Summer Photogenic and Notos is in the front, you're not going to kill him because you don't have the damage share. This one's one of the squishier defenses, so we managed to kill it pretty fast. But if even, like, you can use Hecate S3, and you'll be able to one-shot Notos too, even if you don't really get to kill everything fast enough. A lot of the defenses can be cleaved, of course. Pretty standard cleave core of Briar Witch, ML Diene, plus Commander Pavel. And then your force slot will vary a bit. We're going to be using ML Luna for this one. Only thing to really worry about is a really, really fast Scales. Surely that is not the case. Briar Witch Iseria, I have her kind of fast. She's not on like my fastest gear or anything. She's just relatively fast to follow up after your other opener goes in. Some defenses don't have any speed threats, and 280 is fine to outspeed them with Renewed Will and a bit of damage. And then ML Diene, a little bit faster is probably safer, but this has been working fine for me. It's just standard ML Diene build pretty much with Tagahels. Commander Pavel, Destro, Torrent, I have him on Dux Noctis, and yeah. And then for this attack, we'll be using ML Luna, just basic ML Luna gear, not on my fastest gear either, though it would be safer if you re-gear her to be your fastest. There's going to be variations of this, by the way. Most frequently, you'll see Scales in front or Notos in front. Doesn't change too much. Sometimes with Notos in front, if you don't have enough damage, you won't be able to, like, kill the Notos in time. And then you'll have to deal with, like, fighting the rest of the units, which I think might happen here. No, we're good here. Sometimes the Notos will still survive your Briar S3. And then there is this defense, Belian, Notos, Byblis, Setsuka. There's two ways to deal with this. You can do the Bellona Setsuka thing, and then your supports either Maid, Ruel, Imperial Elenav, or your own Byblis. I think any combination of those two, and you could probably go for it and quick battle it. You can also cleave it, I'm pretty sure, if we just do this. Belian blocks our souls, but Frida should be fine. I forgot to show Frida's gear, so here she is. You just want her, like, fast enough to take her turn. ML Diane's still going to go before her and push everybody back, so there shouldn't be much of an issue. This also isn't really necessary. You don't need the plus 24 here, because Commander Pavel only needs 10 souls for his soul burns, if you even need it at all. You can just give her whatever gear you have left over, and it's fine. And this will probably work out okay. My Briar Witch is a little bit slow. I don't have her on my fastest gear. And then there's the Harsetti defenses. There's a bunch of variations of this. Generally, your core is going to be the same. I think Aram, Hwayoung, Straze is the core, with your 4-slot rotating out depending on what you're fighting. This one, we don't really have anything in particular. You might as well just use Hecate as a Holy Sack blocker. Aram on Queen's Whistle, and I have her a little bit fast, just in case you're fighting like fast Harsetti or something. I don't think you really see any fast Harsettis on defense these days, but you see some that have like a little bit of speed, and you don't really want to be base speed on Aram, I think.
위세는 좋았다만 그것만으로는 부족해. 딱 좋은 컨디션이네. 어디 한번 받아봐. 꽃의 습결을 느껴봐. 오랜만에 힘 좀 써볼까? 어떤 파도든 뛰어넘어주지.
바다비에서 결말 앞에 사라져라.
이것이 바로 수라의 방식이다. 기억해두는 게 좋을걸?
Just another quick example of the plus ones. If they have Setsuka and there's something else that's really threatening you, we can just run Xeno.
어리석은 선택의 말로 이토록 무섭단다. 그럼 어디 나 좀 아플 거야. 자, 향기로운 시간이야. 햇빛이 따갑네. 기다렸지? 내가 왔어. 옳지 않아?
Something like this is actually probably doable in quick battle too. This is a really common defense that I've been seeing recently with FlagSigret. Here, the only real damage threat is the Notos, so we're going to run the evasion team, and then Schniel is going to cleanse the Venoms and also tank Sigret S2. Schniel, I have him on kind of spare gear, just made him super tanky. This is honestly auto-geared. I might re-gear him later, and then for his artifact, I'm using Rekos. You could also swap this out for some sort of damage reduction artifact if you're really worried about him dying to Sigret S2 or something. Pretty standard Bellona build, not too much to say about this. Though if you have Riposte, it would help a lot with getting your Sigret's heals more consistently, even with some weird RNG. And then my Setsuka, where I don't have Riposte, so we're just going to use counter. Then Assassin Cartuja, generic prot immunity, and then I don't know what artifact to give him, so I'm giving him Resolute Soldier series for fun, and I'm using the Evasion E. And this is gonna take a while, so I'm just gonna quick battle it.
신을 상대하려 들다니.
And since my LCB died, I went to go take a look. Basically, on this turn, skills used S1. She's at 60. She got a dual attack, so she procced a little bit early. Notos should have went before LCB, and then she would have procced her S2 on the Notos S2 turn. Instead, she just kind of face tanks it here, and then face tanks a second S2 here, and dies. Also, Riposte LCB, if you're running that, would have proc secrets, but even with, like, the early death, we still got through it fine.